conference. Went to the NCAA 7 straight years from 16 to 22. He's used to winning the regular season, and he likes that. And that's the lineup that he will go with today. Pretty consistent. They'll play through Becerra and Hennessy to get it to Castaigne up top. The difference for this team is they alternate goalies every other, and today we get Geller.
Both keepers are really talented, do a great job of connecting with their back line. Excited to see the saves that she's going to make today.
Geller is said to be incredible with her feet. Ibarra, the other one, is the one that makes those heart-stopping stops in goal. Nate Lee, in his second year at KU, what can you do to top last year? Well, look at KU, they're a top 10 team. They're number 12 in the RPI. And he said it on Tuesday, and he said it all along. Yeah, best start in school history, 7-0-2, that's great. But at some point, adversity comes. These are the gals that will face it tonight. How do we respond when things haven't gone as well?
They had a situation last year where they had a tough loss, and they definitely refocused and worked together as a team. Look for the KU to do that today.
And if you take a look at the TCU lineup, you know, there's Geller, and they were spoiled at goalkeeper. Bell had Lauren Kellett, who started 66 times, had 18 shutouts junior and senior year combined. That was in 2023. It's been a rotation ever since. So how does that affect the players in front of the current keeper? Because everybody's different.
You know that you have a trust with your goalkeeper. However unique of the keeper they are, they're going to be someone that they can rely on and handle their game a little differently because they know the keeper's going to be there to help them out.
Okay, with a consistent lineup throughout the year. Coach Lee said, you know, it just, you get some continuity, certainly. There's familiarity, and there's the confidence in the knowledge that goes with knowing how a player is going to move on the field. Having said all that, Brooke Otto is back. Played about 20 minutes on Thursday night. She played 18 games in the season opener, nothing in between. She is a career starter, so she could at some point threaten for one of those spots in back.
What has impressed me with her is throughout this whole season, she's kept her head up. She's been a solid leader for the team. And the team, even though it was a tough loss on Thursday, we're so excited for her to get a consistent amount of minutes in the game.
Saw Sophie Daw a moment ago in goal for Kansas. Her goals against, .86, very close to where she was last year at .82. Jayhawks will be in white today. TCU, it looks like it's purple, but it doesn't necessarily look like it. An early shot knocked away by Geller. And the ball will stay in play. Run down in the corner by Livy Moore, who was so close to getting a game-tying goal the other night, hitting it off the crossbar, and it was just one of those games. KU dominated most of the stats except the scoring.
Definitely a positive situation was how Moore got involved in the attack with her shot outside the 18, and then once the backline stepped to her, she was good at distributing the ball after.
Goal kick for Olivia Geller. Had 6 starts as a freshman. South Lake Carroll, one of the legendary high schools in the state of Texas for all their sports. I'm sure their academics is good, but a lot of good athletes to come out of there as well.
You can have both of them. It's quite the package.
Ball over the top, and it'll be escorted back to the keeper.
Not that we're going to compare Thursday's game to today's game, but KU start is already a lot more energetic in the first 5 minutes with the pressure from their forwards.
Yeah, Coach called it 45-minute gift, the way they played. A little bit of energy at the start of the second half, and then things unraveled late, but they did get some of the starters off their feet. And contact in the middle there. We're going to keep an eye on Collier. She had a game-saving play defensively late against Kansas State.
Both teams are going to look for their offense to get more confidence. Both teams were shut down. TCU only scoring 1 goal and KU not scoring any.
Jelinski has taken the only penalty kick attempt this year, and one of the great young players up top for TCU. Caroline Castens, and this would be her favorite side. As a lefty, she can get that in swing into the goal area. KU's target player, if they go that way, would be Olivia Page. Far post and headed over the top.
And you definitely knew the call for her, and she did a great job approaching the ball. Nice location by Castens, just couldn't get over the top.
Well, that's who you want to go to, your 5'10" player that's good in the air.
Well, it's going to be tough because TCU has such height and presence in their defending, but Paige did a good job attacking the ball.
Interesting on set pieces for TCU because the Horned Frogs are tall, but Coach Bell says, you know, sometimes height is wasted on the tall. They're not necessarily good in the air. They do have a couple dangerous in the air that aren't necessarily their tallest players. Morgan Brown would be one, and Cornog would be another, and she's just 5'8".
They're just powerful in the air. They do a good job being aggressive with it, and then once they win the ball, they have players after to support.
Gaston's trailing from behind is an option on the drive. Lexi Watts.
That was a creative play by Patton.
Another shot from just outside of the penalty area on a short hop taken by Geller. On a wet field, that short hop is how difficult?
It's going to spin differently. It's going to pick up speed, so Geller needs to make sure her hands and eyes are following the ball all the way through.
KU with energy here early. Back to the keeper. Hear the chatter
like
on the field, which I always enjoy that. Just taking a moment. And down goes Grigorski and a whistle to go with it. One of the notes about this KU soccer team is they will put you on the ground, and you know that's just part of the game. It's a contact sport. Unless it's arm extended where it's obviously going to be a foul, a lot of times you can get away with body contact like that.
Coach Lee is very big on getting your body in between the ball and the defender, making them earn the foul.
Skarowski to Page. Jayhawks did not do a good job switching the field. There's so much less ground to have to defend, but KU with an attempt there, although they did give it away.
It's still that they're getting their heads up, looking for it quickly. It's a good tone for the team.
There's Livy Moore, tried to flip it through, head Sage Wimes, and now right to Lexi Watts. Left foot, and a goal! And Lexi Watts gives the Jayhawks the lead not even 5 minutes into the match.
We talked about how the energy already seems more upbeat from the game on Thursday. Their forwards are confident in their pressure, and that's how they earned the goal.
One of the most amazing stats for Lexi Watts, 82 shots last year, 9 goals, 21 shots this year, and that's already number 6.
And a great job by KU in sticking through. Wimes tried to get the ball. They couldn't get it to her first. Watts kept the run there with pressure from, was it Grigorski who had the pressure?
Yeah. And
Watts with an amazing finish, caught Geller off guard.
Now we knew over the first 9 games that KU had only trailed a total of 12 minutes out of all the games combined, and behind 56 minutes in the Baylor contest on Thursday. The Jayhawks able to grab a lead here. Sage Wimes able to keep her balance despite a little bit of a shove from behind. Livy Moore circles, marked, goes left boundary.
Some programs would say, hey, if you are up 1-0 against TCU, go back and defend, but KU will still being aggressive in their attack.
Ball is taken away. There's Wimes, and a great stop by Geller. And Wimes, while on the ground, tried to get one more kick and send it toward the goal.
I hope both players are okay. It was quite the connection by both, but Wimes doing a good job pressuring them. Somehow she got it with her back foot and using her guts to go ahead and try to tackle through Geller.
Now Geller's earned her keep so far. And, you know, again, Bell has alternated both. He would love to be able to pick one, have a clear #1 keeper. And it hasn't worked out that way. Nobody's really stepped up to earn that. But, you know, you have 2 very good keepers, and in a way, they're both happy. Makes more sense than rotating at halftime.
And it's not that no one stepped up. No one's made the mistakes to let the other one take over that chance. They've both been consistent with their team and done a great job.
All sent down to 7 Castaigne. 3rd all-time in goals scored. 7, kind of an interesting name. Parents couldn't figure out what to do with her. Looked at her, I see that doesn't look like, I don't know. And they finally came up with 7, which means all sorts of good positive things. Lucky included. I don't know about you. Did you have your baby's name before they came home?
We had options. We were ready to go with options. We didn't know, what we were going to have, so saw them and named them.
Yeah, our daughter was unnamed for 3 days because we couldn't agree. Then compromise. Lucky completion perfection. Here's Grigorski, lets it rip, and wisely Geller will let it go through, and a goal kick.
And what's going well for KU is not only their 1v1 pressure, but they're pressuring, as a duo. Wimes is right there to help Grigorski out, so TCU didn't have an easy pass out.
Coach Lee very positive, really, after the loss on Thursday, saying, we're going to be focused. We'll be ready on Sunday. You know, you have 0 seconds to feel sorry for yourself when you play 11 conference games and only 2 so far. And TCU is it. That's the only team in conference with 2 wins. And only 1 team is without a point. So everybody's got at least a draw in this league so far, which it's the best that Eric Bell says he's seen out of the Big 12 in a couple of years.
I would agree. All of the programs have improved since last season in showing that their talent with their non-conference success.
A.J. Hennessy will send it in the middle to Brown. Somehow gets through traffic, dumps it off and wide open in the penalty area, letting it rip and over the top. That was Fuller going to get a shot, but Sophie Dahl will take it from there.
TCU did a great job using Morgan Brown to switch the field, getting Patton involved, one of the defenders that likes to stay up in the attack. It's so quickly how they get their heads up. They know where their teammates are. Patton just didn't get the shot low enough, and Dahl had a great angle.
Listed at 5'1", but plays big in so many ways.
She has a presence out there.
Yeah.
And you have to really keep an eye on her offensively because she is quick to get involved.
Off feed to Tobin. Ball is up for grabs and run down by Coppinger from St. Teresa's Academy, same as Sage Wimes, who would have been classmates there. Grace Best from Ray Peck, a freshman on this TCU team. We assume both have good representation in the stands.
It's fun to see the Kansas City players all over the United States doing well in college.
Best, a 6-foot freshman, maybe the fastest on the team. We'll see her later in this one. Back to Dahl. A little bit of pressure from Hennessy, gets rid of it.
Castles did a good job remaining calm, giving a nice pass for Dahl to easily clear out.
He's playing hard at a takeaway.
I like the heel kick.
Not necessarily numbers for the Jayhawks now. It's taken away. Brown in the middle. Go wide to Collier, who sends it across, and we've seen this before just a moment ago. An open shot and knocked off Olivia Page. That ball will roll out. And a goal kick, Sophie Dahl.
Page did a good job of stepping to the ball, not letting Patton have an easy angle.
Yeah, a throw in for TCU, correction on that.
Patton is one of the most offensive defenders in the Big 12. She sneaks in and has a powerful shot. Page doing a good job just standing up to her. Referee wants play to go already.
We've seen that recently, have we not? Some warnings about, hey, let's move it. And it's not a 1-goal game in the last 3 minutes where somebody's trying to, eat time necessarily until the south wind is. Dawes' kick did not make it to the center line. TCU now, that's Collier, who saved the day against Kansas State. An open net when Coppinger and the goalkeeper collided. She had to go be goalkeeper and head one out. It was an attempt by Lexi Watts, who scored the first one of the match to give KU that early advantage.
That was a great job by Langfelder, getting her head up, and Watts recognizing she can split them and take a touch that Geller did a great job coming off her line, too, closing down the angle. Page has more of a presence around her. Grigorski will be a good go-to for KU.
2 Jayhawks in the goal area, so they play it up top. Emily Tobin. Back in the middle. Livy Moore turns, lefty, blocked. And the Jayhawks will keep it. Castens, heavy left-footed, hits it wide. likes the left, but has scored both goals right.
She's just a talented player, can hit with both feet. But I like that set piece by KU, working it in and out, not just playing it in to let the height of TCU take over.
Now Caston's challenging herself to be that player against Oklahoma State with a man down. Normally, they have GPS trackers that record all this. She said she would typically run 7 to 9 miles in a game. She ran 9 miles plus against Oklahoma State. And if a goal is 24 feet wide, and you, as a former goalkeeper, ran post to post, back and forth, it would take you 990 round trips.
You have done a lot of math
to get to 9 miles. If you went to 1,000, then you get to over 9 miles.
Well, Caston's just such a fit player, but does a great job being smart with her fitness, not wearing herself out.
On the watch list for the Herman, just one of the great all-around players. The stat that jumps out, the box score will be the assist category, what she's been able to do there, but just a complete player, and they just played on there.
And she's just a team player. She wants to make sure her team is being successful, not just her. I'm honestly surprised Wimes didn't get the foul there. It looked like she was boxed off of the ball.
Collier marked by Livy Moore. Good pressure in the back end.
Again, KU is making sure it is not 1v1 pressure. There are more than one player around to help them out.
Hennessy sends it right to Langfelder. Ahead to Grigorski. Sends it across just a little bit too far in front of Lexi Watts.
The goalkeeper was thinking Grigorski was going to go shot, and she saw Lexi Watts on the far side, just a little too far ahead of her. That was a great play.
Go back and take a look at what happened.
What a bending ball. Love Grigorski having her head up, seeing the keeper cheating to an area, trying to find an opening for her teammate.
TCU likes to play a pretty brand of soccer, if you will, with passing. KU has really clamped down. There's Seven Castaigne open, take it away, good pressure. Olivia Page was there.
Page has already had 2 big shutdowns against talented players. She's doing a great job of making sure she's tackling through the player and not diving in. When Seven has the ball, you have to be aware that she is trying to get you to dive so she can get a quick shot. Page does a good job sticking the ball, getting it out.
Page, one of the center backs that was fighting for a starting job at the beginning of the year, and she was really just elevated her play. But it's so demanding in that system. You have to be right on positioning 100% of the time.
And I think she's really matured. Last year she was strong at tackling, but she earned a few too many fouls. She's really limited those fouls this season and just really been strong at how she's approaching them forward.
There's Collier. Sends it over, and a good settle by Fuller. Surrounded by Jayhawks, now plays it back Collier. And really saved the day in that match at Kansas State, or it could have easily been a 1-1 draw, both teams getting a point. Sarah won that with about 7 minutes to play on a 25-yard bomb.
What a great shot she had.
Keeper was just off her line. You thought the keeper creeped up just a hair.
And that's where forwards and midfielders are getting smart with their plays. They're looking to where the keeper is and what they're leaving open.
Yeah, 25-yarder, you're not going to draw that. You're not drawing that in the dirt. But she saw something and took it. Sarah, one of the 5 transfers from Texas A&M. It's the feeder school. It's the pipeline.
I don't know if Texas A&M will like that.
Yeah. They probably won't. But, you know, they've had a coach there in place for 30-plus years. And for whatever reason, that's been a move that was deemed logical for the girls who made the move.
And they've done a great job of making their name known with the TCU program, but also making sure that they are team players and helping the program still be successful.
Now, overwhelming pick to win the regular season. 13 of the 16 first place coaches' votes went to TCU. Bell, you can't vote for your own team. Don't know if he would have or not.
He probably wouldn't have.
Yeah.
He's a very reasonable guy when he coaches.
KU picked 5th, and that's what Nate Lee said. Yeah, we won the conference tournament last year. We want to be in the conversation to win the regular season. Why not?
Great stick by Page there. Again, not diving in.
Page really all over the field coming out, now dropping back inside the 18. Attack with 11, defend with 11. We've seen KU very aggressive defensively early, which has been a TCU trademark.
And if you look in here, TCU will throw numbers forward. They are known for just leaving their center backs to hold, and they'll send their outside backs to get involved to pressure the defense and not allow them to clear it out easily.
Alinsky that time just off target, sending it out of play. And Sophie Dahl will take it from there. Have you seen improvement in her game in her second year as a starter?
For Sophie Dahl, definitely. More aggressive off of her line, but also holds on to the ball when she's aggressive off the line, and just more confident in her talk to her defenders.
Saw Morgan Brown on that header over the top of Grigorski at 5'10". Dangerous in the air, and that applies to many scenarios. And that ball just scooched by Geller. But a good shot from way out front.
This just shows how talented of a forward Lexi Watts is. She had 2 defenders on her. She reached the ball and was able to use her skill to create a slight opening to have a shot on goal.
It's amazing. One more goal than last year, but a quarter of the shots.
Well, and last year it took her longer to get that first goal, and she's been consistent all season with her scoring.
Moncrief had 9 goals total last year, 6 now. But I did like it last year when, you know, she's getting off the bus and she's taking a shot. I mean, she's just in that mode.
I feel her defending has really stepped up this year, too, to help earn those chances for her to score.
It was Tobin sending it in the middle off of Watts, but KU not really able to one time or settle that. But Geller has been busy in goal for TCU so far.
She did a good job coming off her line, approaching that ball, because Moore was right there. So if Geller hesitates, Moore's going to poke it right in.
Geller using that south wind to hit a bomb. Collier will run it down. Grigorski with the pressure. Keeps it in play.
TCU wants to get sideline to sideline. They want to spread the team apart that they're going against to help find those gaps. KU's doing a good job shifting together, limiting those gaps.
Well, that's Coppinger in the middle. Had quite a collision with Ibarra the other night. It was like Xavier Worthy and Travis Kelsey. And a breakaway Castaigne, and it's taken by KU. And then cleared by the Jayhawks. Felstad there for the Hawks.
Great job in finding Castaigne, giving that little slot pass, but Page again sticking through the tackle, not diving, getting the ball.
Morgan Brown, a 5'10" sophomore, taken away. Now gets it back, and we'll play to Geller.
This is where you see the forwards of KU definitely been working hard. Trouble getting involved in the attack now. Maybe they're a little tired. Grigorski was there, but Watson needed her tighter to get her to pass.
Headed out. Skorowski was there for the Hawks. And really, Tobin, I thought in the first half, Thursday was solid, very active.
She did a great job serving the ball in, cutting off the width of Baylor, and then Viets came in and had great services to give KU opportunities to try to put it on goal.
The Jayhawks had 5 freshmen start last year, none this year, but a handful with significant roles already.
The depth of the KU bench has definitely improved for them. They have players step up onto the field, and nothing has changed. They're still a dangerous team.
Well, Jordan Rowan, who missed more than a game and a half with a red card, will check in for the Hawks the first time. Cowgish comes in as well. Livy Moore comes out. Sage Wimes as well. Rowan, we're not going to debate the red card. We could build a case, but we're not going to. But I do like her aggressiveness.
She does a great job with helping in the forwards pressuring. She's still physical and has a lot of energy, but proud of the KU team for not backing down when they were a player down. They made sure they were working together, and Coach Lee motivated them mentally to stay focused.
Well, she's really come on, and as advertised, with 3 goals, 2 game winners, her physical style of play. But one of the freshmen who, first sub of the game, she's in that group.
It's been all season. She hasn't backed down. She was not nervous at all. She was just ready to play.
On that first game of the year, she's involved in the scrum right to the side of the goal and gets a yellow, and it happens so fast. What happened?
It's just the type of player she is, not afraid to make contact.
And she'll learn at times to have more discretion on decision
I feel she
making.
already has, though, too, minus that red card. That was a tough situation. But throughout the season, she has been much better with her contact.
Becerra plays it back. Collier wants to switch the field now and does.
Patton's been staying higher for TCU, trying to get more involved in the attack earlier. Also trying to pull Castens out of the play because Castens has to keep an eye on Patton. That's going to be a great battle, Patton and Castens against each other all game.
Castens will, and really midway last year, they moved the wing backs up into more of a wing position. She takes almost all of the throw-ins, play to feet, kind of her philosophy. Will take almost all of the corners, obviously if she's in, and then run 9 miles on top of it.
Doesn't look unfazed the whole game.
No. Great fitness. Ball was sent to the left side, and that ball, it may have gone off at the feet of Coppinger, was there.
Gorski doing a great job clearing it out, sticking with her player. If she backs off, TCU has an easy chance on goal.
It will be instead a corner kick for TCU.
Talked about the height of TCU. They're definitely going to be strong in the air. Look for them to look for Morgan Brown on this set piece.
Yeah, she is said to be the most dangerous in the air. She was outside of the 6-yard box. Ball off of Olivia Page.
What a tough
call that
play.
a handball?
Yes, it's a PK, unfortunately, on Page, who's had a great job so far this game.
Yeah.
Looking at the VAR, I'd be surprised if they take that PK away.
And the ball is moving so quickly, you can't always get out of the way.
And she knows her coaches are telling her, hey, keep your arms on your body so they can't have that chance to get a handball.
It'll be a chance on a warm afternoon for both teams to go to the sideline and get a, if not a word of wisdom, at least a squirt of water on the top of the head or in the mouth or both.
TCU did a good job on that corner. They didn't get the first play, but they kept all of their numbers in, pressuring the ball. And that's how they earned the PK, by crossing it back in.
Good scheduling by the Big 12 Conference this year with K-State and KU back-to-back on the road for the Horned Frogs. You see Coach Bell talking to Morgan Brown there. But played Thursday night, spent the night in Manhattan, got up Friday morning and trained at K-State's facility that morning after workout. Bust over here, got here about 2, trained at Rock Chalk Park Saturday afternoon, and then here we go to play.
It's been quite the Midwest journey for them.
But the league is so split up just geographically that when you can get one of those, and a lot of the players have online classes. Caroline Caston says she's about split. She prefers the in-class stuff. She has a business law class with a Harvard law professor teaching it. And I said, I never took anything that hard. It was more like, fine arts of fly fishing. But it is confirmed that is a handball.
And just a tough play, a quick cross, and definitely hit the arm there. We'll look to see who takes this. Looks like, is it 7? Castaigne against Dahl right now.
Well, you've seen Jelinski try a penalty for TCU, didn't make it. But yeah, 7 Castaigne. Why not? She is not done with her move up the record boards. 12 yards away. At times it has to feel like 12 feet, doesn't it?
It is a very tough place for a goalkeeper to save this. It's all about placement for the forward, or the PK taker.
Castaigne versus Daw. Knocks it home. And we're tied at 1. Do you try to read their feet is it video study? How do you prepare? At least she's somebody that is going to be on your radar.
With the hesitation and the flow, it's really tough to predict where they're going. Plus, Castaigne is such an accurate shooter both directions. You're not sure where till she hits the ball in the back of the net.
And it doesn't have to be a bullet. Nobody's talking exit velo. It's location.
Now, Dahl thought she was going to the other side. Her weight was shifted over. It was going to be tough for her to stop that shot.
So we're tied at 1 now between a couple of teams who we figure to be near the top of the Big 12 table as this year goes along, making it to the Big 12 championship against each other in Kansas City. It'll be in Texas this year.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing that game, and then the Final Four will be in Kansas City.
Kalagish being fouled. Well, back, Castens takes it from there. See Watts with a spurt. Lefty tried to get it in front. Cleared by TCU, but in the middle, still alive. Langfelder was there, and so was Geller to wrap it up.
What was interesting, while the referee was looking at VAR, Coach Bell was yelling at his team, frustrated with them, and Coach Lee was motivated, going, hey, if they make this, we still cannot back down from our game plan, and KU's definitely been doing that.
They'll take it away. Jayhawks win it back. Now TCU ball ruled in play. That's Grace Vest, the freshman from Raymore Peculiar. The ball kicked out by Grace Coppinger.
Been looking forward to watching her play. With her size and speed, a dangerous forward for KU to stop.
Yeah, deceptive. You think, well, there's no way she can be fast. Well, she is.
Extremely fast and extremely skilled with the ball, too.
TCU ball. They've got wide open space, but not able to keep it in play. Hennessy has it go through the line.
Caston's doing a great job cutting off the passing lane, so the only area was pretty much out of bounds for TCU to go. Good job by Langfelder helping her teammate out.
Double team taken away. A little bit of a grab, they play on. In the middle, flip. Watts to get her second goal, has it blocked. Coppinger there for TCU, and a whistle and a foul, and it'll go the other way.
I wanted that goal for Watts because Langfelder, with the play that she did, TCU cut off the pass after Langfelder won the ball. Didn't make it have an easy pass, so she decides, hey, I'm just going to try to chip it over. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see the highlight. Great try by Langfelder.
Ball is sent through. There's Grace Vest, the freshman. Ball was tipped on the way to Hennessy. They've been able to create openings on that right side. Past Page. And TCU.
Castaigne, which was such a presence, she does a good job of quickly adjusting her body. Somehow her body was going fully forward with her speed, and she was able to abruptly stop and get a foot onto it, just not on goal.
Castaigne now 30 goals in her career.
It was a great job by TCU getting in, and again, she scored a lot of goals with that back foot kick in.
Ball available inside of the center circle. Hit wide, and
it's going to be a tongue twister with Vest and Viets going against each other.
Well, thanks for putting that in my head.
I'm sorry about that.
It's going to be difficult for me. Lydia Viets, we saw her just a moment ago for Kansas, number 14, one of the 3 freshmen early check-ins that, you know, the players that we chatted with on Tuesday said this group of freshmen are killing it. And part of it is, you know, the confidence that comes with fitness, skill, knowledge, all of that working together.
I would also say the leadership of the returners, making sure that those freshmen realize that they need to make an impact quickly for this team to be successful.
Langfelder, long ball, ahead, Watts, now Viets. Lydia with Vest from behind. Ball goes off Viets, and out of play.
Vest definitely recognizing that Veets did a great job against Baylor for KU. She got the ball involved quickly. Vest is going to do all she can to cut off that long pass.
Mara McLaughlin on the field for Kansas, another one of the Jayhawk freshmen. She's number 12. And there's Rowan. Well, these 3 freshmen out there right now for KU against a top 10 team. Why not? Tied at 1.
You thought Coppinger had that win, and Rowan doing a good job hustling back, getting the ball, and earning KU a corner.
Rowan is just outside of the goal area. Castens will swing the corner. In the air. Flip back and Geller there. Nice shot, better save.
But that's where you're thankful your keeper is not giving up on the play, following the ball, closing off the angle, because Watts could have caught her off guard.
Well, Lexi has just played with confidence and really delivered this year.
It's a great job serving the ball in. KU still fighting for it. And again, Geller having the angle to shut it down.
Laughlin in the middle, Rowan, freshman to freshman. Now Calagish on the ground, and Geller will take a teammate down. Sometimes that friendly fire, you never know. It was Coppinger the other night with Ibarra that had a collision. That time both players stayed down. This time it is just one, and that's Georgia Leb, who has played all 90 minutes in the game this year.
Calagish doing a good job, and unfortunately Geller went through her. It's what she had to do to get the ball. And you just hope she's doing okay on that, because that was a tough hit.
Well, Georgia is a senior transfer from Texas A&M. She played at A&M, but she has not come off the field at all this year.
She has been a reliable player for them. Tough and definitely good with the ball once she wins it. Just tough with that stream, it definitely makes everyone nervous.
All right, we're going to step aside here as we have an injury stoppage at 15:22. TCU, Kansas, top 15 teams tied at 1. So Georgia Leb was able to get up on her own, but walking gingerly. They looked like checking knee stability as she lay on the ground. Katana Norman, one of the great transfers who played for the first time against K-State, has come on in relief. She wears number 9. She had a severe ankle injury in the second scrimmage against Michigan State. And, when you hurt an ankle, it's, rest, recovery, therapy, rehab, conditioning, gain feel. There's a lot. It takes a while.
And she's done a great job. Excited to see her on her first game when she played against K-State. Not the way you want to see her come on the field, but TCU has a lot of depth in their back line for her to step in and help stop KU.
Norman, a senior who played a lot at Portland. 57 games, 55 of those were starts. Rowan not able to run that one down.
But a good job by Rowan in challenging the ball, not letting TCU get a touch and playing it wide.
Settled by Castaigne. Vest overruns it. Blockland.
Ooh, fourth official helped call that one.
Well, they yielded to the 7-footer on the sideline. Ball bounced over the top of Rowan. He fights for position with Coppinger. Horned Frogs will try to defend Rowan. That's Harima off the bench. Used to seeing her as one of the early first half subs for Kansas. Grace Vest challenging. Keeps the ball.
It was a good job by Langfelder in hustling back. I'd like to know between Castins and Langfelder who runs the most throughout a game, because they are both all over the field.
Yeah.
Again, we see the TCU style of quickly getting into the other side, trying to get Patton involved so they can cross the ball in.
Just over 13 minutes to play here in the opening half. TCU starting the year with back-to-back shutout victories in conference play. Jayhawks didn't lose till the 10th game against Baylor.
And again, we say the Big 12 non-con was very successful for each one of these teams. Whoever wins this conference is definitely going to be one of the strongest teams in the country.
Yeah, the measures would be recruiting. Who are the Big 12 teams that are winning and had a good shove is we see an airborne Jayhawk in Langfelder.
She's very powerful in the air. She doesn't get pushed off the ball easily.
But I would say facility-wise, Big 12 probably can stack up with just about anybody.
Watching some of those games in Utah, they're amazing. BYU's facility, beautiful, especially when they score a goal.
Yeah. TCU playing it the wrong direction. There's Calagish. Now Page.
Tough turnover by Calagish, but the forwards and midfielders have really done a good job working together defensively to get TCU to have turnovers.
Foul. TCU will take it from there.
And the foul was probably about 20 seconds earlier, referee allowing it to play through to see if they kept possession, but they did not.
That's Hennessy. Sends it left side. Beats was there for KU. That ball ricocheted off a Horned Frog. Kayla Martinez here to the contest early, a sophomore from San Diego. California, one of the states where they recruit well. 5 from that state, 13 from in-state in Texas.
And 2 from Kansas City area.
2 from KC, yeah. Coach Bell says not really about targeting an area to recruit, but you know, who has the skill set that fits what we want to do. And those 2 did. Then you got to win them.
And that's why his program has worked, is he has the same style and has been successful throughout his tenure at TCU.
Sub for TCU. Galdamez checking in for the first time, as AJ Hennessy will come out. 10:22 and counting on the clock. In a 1-1 match. Teams that made it all the way to the Big 12 finals last year. TCU is my boy. A high kick there.
You knew Martinez recognized that she did that right away and saying, hey, sorry, didn't mean for that to happen.
Horned Frogs 13 straight wins in the Big 12 regular season. Swanson, a freshman, set to check in next for TCU. Ball played over the top. And
good job by Harima allowing TCU to quickly have a pass out.
that can't control. Ball in the middle of the penalty area. Had her just off target to the right of the goal, and a goal kick for Geller, who has been busy today.
She has. Talked about the strength of Langfelder, though. You don't hear her name too often on challenging the ball in the air around the 6, but doing a good job with the presence. Being held almost. Got her head to the ball still.
Castaigne comes out with just over 9 minutes to play. Swanson is her sub. She did score on a penalty kick.
That PK was definitely a good finish, but I feel KU's back line is doing a good job controlling Castaigne, limiting her chances with the ball.
On the right side, a trip by the Hawks. They play on. Harriman goes wide. I thought Lexi Watts might get a brace fairly early in this one.
A lot of the players are tired being the second game of the weekend. It's been a while since KU's had 2 in one weekend. We'll see how that plays out second half.
Yeah, schedule had been weird for a while. It was Sunday, 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 Thursday, Thursday, and now it's back to, with one exception, Thursday, Sunday, Thursday, Sunday. There's a Friday, Sunday in there that's going to be a challenge, but in conference play, it's the second half of the season. You better have some depth and take care of your body, get treatment, drink water.
Yeah, when they were making the schedule, they definitely didn't realize it was going to have such a heat impact still. Almost October.
Good defense by KU, now taken away. Harriman was there for the Hawks and keeps it now kicked out by Evie Baker.
And Baker doing a good job because Harriman kept that ball close to her feet, trying to keep turn the corner on her.
There's a look at TCU schedule and what's coming up, and it is a grind.
There's going to be some great games too. All of those teams have been successful this season.
Coach Lee said at the beginning of the season, it really was kind of a formula for failure, as challenging it was. And, you know, you get some of the road trips, and 11-hour trip to Yale and 12 hours with Liberty and a quick turnaround to Oklahoma State. And then just the comforts of home. And, you know, KU volleyball on the road for 4.5 weeks. These girls slept in their own beds for 8 days, 8 nights.
And that was a tough loss they had on Friday, and hope they're doing well today, currently playing at the same time, but really excited for that program.
Their coach, Matt Ulmer, he's a beauty. Came from Oregon, and first time I met him, he was eating a big ice cream sundae thing, and when I saw him yesterday, or Tuesday, he didn't have any. I said, I'm surprised. He got up just drinking water. He used to drink 4 Dr. Peppers a day. It was basically a Dr. Pepper IV. I said, dude, you know that's like 250 grams of sugar every day. I know. Don't do that anymore.
The ice cream sundae probably wasn't very helpful either.
Oh, no. But a big, strapping young guy, and, you know, they love him here. Trying to create a foundation, and so he does most of the talking, I think, at training.
Well, it was fun having those volleyball players at halftime come promote their program, and they're doing a great job representing KU.
Yeah, it was enjoyable to have that as part of the halftime. Ball played all the way back to Geller, who will kick it out. Flags are limp now, so that south wind no longer a factor, and see a foul.
Langfelder has taken some hits today. She's definitely been first to the ball, and TCU's had to go through her to earn the ball back from her.
A little bit of a warning that time. Foul, no card. Ice bath in her future. Cold plunge is hard for 30 seconds, and then it's not. You just fight through the first 30, then you're okay. Jayhawks sending it in the middle.
KU has to be careful. Langfelder and Page are both up top, or pushed up, limiting their backs.
Space, and there's Grace Vest, the 6-foot freshman. We saw that closing speed. Unable to run the ball down, but we saw how quickly she could move. Great feet that time, a good reach in. for Kansas. McLaughlin for KU.
You go. Away. Come on.
Langfelder with the settle. There's a block on her attempt just inside the 18-yard box.
Great job by Viets, recognizing that Vest was wide open if they could get the pass and cutting off the passing lane instead of going after the player.
Yeah, the only way it might have been able to get would be some kind of a pooch over the top, and it was on the ground.
And you had Felstad dropping in too, right by her. We haven't said Felstad's name a lot this game, but we should have, because she has been shifting with the line, covering a lot of the gaps that KU's been leaving open.
Haven't seen Borgato yet. We figure that she is available after 20-plus minutes on Thursday against Baylor. And you thought overall she played well.
She did. Definitely did a good job using her voice to organize the back line. She had some newer defenders coming in to help her out, but she looked strong and confident.
Best that time with her pass behind Baker. A change of possession. Harima comes out for Kansas with Sophie Meir. That's about another freshman. Kansas City comes in. Cowgish got a lot of minutes here. She will check out.
And she did a great job winning the ball, distributing, and didn't quite get enough shots off, but was trying to, getting her head up quickly for them.
Pressure behind Vest. And Kansas will now have to defend on a throw-in. Switch the field. That's Norman. It's her second game this year. Second game of the week.
She definitely looked smooth. It was a great pass she had, finding the central area to keep the ball.
Savvy senior, a veteran. And in the age of movement in college athletics, you know, you have a player like that coming out of Portland, it's going to get more eyeballs on a program like that.
KU doing a good job giving numbers around Patton quickly. She wants to get a cross off. She wants to get a shot. KU limiting that chance.
Often doing the right thing, getting that ball out, up the field. Throw in TCU. Horned Frogs on a bounce. We'll try it again. Inside 2 minutes to play here. Jayhawks scored early. The equalizer was Seven Castaigne. Ball settled in front, and good pressure by KU. Had 4 defenders there.
And KU's very lucky that they won that ball, because when Norman served it in from center back of TCU, she just kicked it in. KU did not get the ball out quickly, and TCU almost punished them with their pressure.
4 in back that spread out.
Yeah, it was, no one was really taking charge of getting the ball out.
Geller at the 1 minute mark.
1 minute remaining in the half.
All we have left here of the first half.
Smart move by Viets, just getting it out, recognizing the clock, and not allowing TCU to have a chance.
Smart move with just 40 seconds left to play here. Pressure from behind, and the contact, and we may get our first card. Yep, we do. We get a yellow card on that bump from behind on Swanson.
And Swanson was warned. That's what the referee was doing, pointing to the different areas. Talked to her earlier about the fouls, mainly on Langfelder. Again, Langfelder getting between the player and the ball. Swanson's momentum pushed her through.
Molly Shepard has tried to check in, may not have the opportunity to. Just over 30 seconds to play. And what's been a game with good tempo and even in a match that looks like 2 top 15 teams.
And a lot of the success on the offense has been because the forwards have worked hard defensively for both teams.
10, 9,
Inside
8,
10 seconds
7,
to play.
6, 5,
The Hawks will
4,
just
3,
clear it down the field. Skorowski will send it that way to get us to the horn. And we have played 45, and we don't have a clear leader yet, as we're tied at 1.
No team has controlled the game so far. It's gone in waves of momentum.
On Thursday night, maybe have an opportunity to come in and help that defense in back as we continue here in Lawrence. And, you know, it's not always about playing poorly to make a switch, but you need quality depth. Somebody to come in and help keep everybody fresh, get those fresh legs in, and try to earn those minutes.
And what's been good about Coach Lee and his coaching staff, they've been asking players throughout the season to step on the field and keep the level they have and also stay in the same game plan. So when those players step in, it's not new to them. They're all ready to go.
Jayhawks had 6 freshmen in the first half touch the field. Johnston, Rowland, McLaughlin, Vietz, Meir, and Rasmussen. That's all, 6.
And they all did a great job in limiting TCU in their attack and trying to get involved in our attack, or KU's attack, excuse me, and getting forward.
TCU will switch the field. Ball was available. And speaking of Langfelder, she just always seems to be so irritating, just around the ball all the time.
She does a good job reading the play, seeing what is not only in front of her but behind her, and helping cut off that gap.
Horned Frogs play it back.
Wimes had a great first half. We didn't say her name, but she did a good job in the pressure and making sure that it's not an easy big kick for TCU to get it forward, and they've turned it over twice because of Wimes' pressure.
Lexi Watts went from one side of the field to the other where the ball was. Trying to create space. Here's Olivia Page. And over the top, headed by TCU. And it's Page again. Watts with her back to the play. Gregorski. A nice move, wins the ball in a tight space. Watts has Wimes in front but can't get it there. Coppinger there for TCU.
Also Morgan Brown dropping off to cut off that gap because Wimes had a step on the back line. If they could get it over the top to her, she would have gone to goal.
TCU and a good pass that time. That was Patton to herself, back to Patton, and Olivia Page takes her out. Just clean with that angle, getting all ball.
But you already see TCU looking to Patton right away, wanting to make sure they're setting the tone with her offense.
And a foul is called on Olivia Page, and I don't know if a yellow is coming or not. Boy, the hand was in his pocket.
I don't see the contact on it. Maybe the backside, but it looked like a clean tackle to me, and that's why Page is confused with this. But TCU with a definite dangerous set piece going against KU.
Well, all of the players 12 to 15 yards out, right toward the keeper, and a catch by Sophie Daw. TCU denied with a good threat here just 3 minutes into the second half.
Daw had an easier save. She focused on the ball, but Skorowski did a good job shielding the TCU player from having a chance to attack it.
Is that step over tricky when you have 2 near the ball and you're not sure who's going to get it?
For the defense or for the offense? Because it can be difficult for
the
both.
Defense, because one's a righty and one's a lefty. You never know which way the ball's going to swing.
As the offense, you know what's going to happen, so you can predict where the ball's going to go. As the defense, you just have to stay alert, ready to attack whatever ball is played in.
More contact and what's
good decision by
been
Felstad.
Physical. And no rush at that point. Ball sent far ahead. Gregorski was the closest, but
and
a couple of defenders there as well.
Felstad just played it too far. She was trying to hit the top of the 18 for players to run on. Geller with an easy save.
Geller had more action early in this one. KU with a big advantage. Shots on goal, but...
And Geller did a good job not only staying focused once the goal happened, but once the connection with the player of Leb that ended up injuring her, that Geller made the contact for it. she still kept focused. That's not easy for a goalkeeper to, one, play through a player, but also if your own teammate gets hurt from it, it's hard to stay mentally tough.
Lexi Watts has space on the left side. Brown to close and side netting. Don't think Brown did get a little bit of a nick off her body, and it will be a corner opportunity for Kansas.
Good job by Watts turning the corner, getting an option to attack. Brown doing a good job keeping it out of the 6.
Castins comes over near, but won't take the corner. Ball outside of the penalty area, headed by Page, but TCU will clear. Skorowski can't get clearance there. Finally run down by Castaigne, who's scored the 1 goal on a penalty.
Felstad saved the day for KU, because if they break through, they have a 2-on-1 going against Page, but Felstad made the strong tackle.
Baylor getting it done down the road. A 2-goal advantage over K-State. Good battle for the ball. Brown there defending.
Nice battle they had. Brown won it and had a great job of getting her head up and finding her TCU players.
Lexi Watts near Coppinger, but both beyond the 18.
Tobin a little frustrated not having much movement from her teammates to get the ball.
Castins talks about playing defeat. That one was not her throw in. It was not. Jayhawks not able to handle it.
That was going to be tough for Watts. She got the ball, but no one was making a run off of her to keep the ball. Brown with an easy tackle.
Back to Patton after her throw in. Coppinger now with a sidestep of Wimes.
Wimes a little overconfident with her run. Brown easily read that, took a touch around her to keep the ball for TCU.
Castaigne was there over the top. Skorowski defending in the middle. And again, not able to connect with her in a dangerous spot on the field.
Well, Skorowski did a good job shielding Castaigne off so Daw can easily come off her line. But Daw's doing a good job staying connected with the back line, reading what the type of pressure is so she can stay off her line to come get the ball.
There's Patton. Wide to Hennessy. Goal is typically to get the ball to Castaigne. It's Livy Moore not finding Wimes. Watts also back, and pressure on Geller.
The midfield and forwards just need to get on the same page. Wimes was checking back, wanted the ball to her feet. Moore went to the space where she wasn't there.
TCU central position now, center circle. Patton on the right has Castaigne in the middle, tries to center it that way and heads it, and it'll go through the end line and a goal kick KU.
KU is actually thankful that Castaigne got on the end of that, because TCU had a backside run who was open and would have pushed it forward to the goal. And was it Patton who won? Didn't see the number of who was there, but someone was on that backside ready to finish the ball.
Now Patton sent it. It was her cross.
Oh, okay.
Miller has to hurry into the end, kind of a spinner. Doesn't have distance on it, but TCU possession. Now Jayhawks, Emily Tobin is there. Gregorski back and ahead, past Wimes and Coppinger. On from behind, but they play on. 3, 4, 5 Horned Frogs. Now they will slow it down and play it back.
And TCU is afraid for that. You think they're going to do a quick counter. If they don't see it, they'll drop it back and set up for a new option.
Webster sends it over the top, and Wynn may have helped push that out of bounds. In the vicinity was Becerra, who had the game winner on Thursday in Manhattan. Haven't seen her with much in the opportunity category so far this ball game to date.
That was a great turn by TCU, not allowing Wimes to get the pressure in by KU.
There's Patton. Castens trying to close on the ground. Hennessy was there. And it's Langfelder to knock it out.
Langfelder in the right place at the right time to help her team get that ball out.
TCU quickly. Patton on the ground, and a turn and over the top. Becerra was there just when he hadn't done a lot. Had a good opportunity to put that ball in a dangerous place in the back of the net.
And she's shown that she can score outside the 18 in a lot of range of distance from that. But Grigorski did a good job staying with her, making sure it wasn't a clear path to the goal. And Daw had the angle covered.
Becerra coming off a career high in terms of goals last year as a junior. On the ground, and Tobin will have to send it through. Lexi Watts was the intended target, but it's TCU the other way. Patton very active here around the ball. The ball rolls past Becerra, who asked for.
Seeing Morgan Brown being a different role, putting in that center back spot. KU hasn't been able to break through her yet. She has such a good vision of the field. She knows where KU's going and has been able to stop them early.
Georgia Leb, who we saw go down with an injury in the first half. Don't expect to see her
no.
in the rest of the way again.
She had her gear off when she came back in from halftime, understandably.
Somebody that played all 90 minutes in the first 9 games. Collision right in front. And that friendly fire is just like the other in terms of results. Alexi Lawless knocked out all of Tony Miola's teeth, all the pretty ones, the ones in front.
I had a teammate give me a concussion.
Yeah.
It happens.
Sorry.
Just hope she's okay, because that was definitely a big hit.
Yeah, that's Becerra. She has Patton to the right, some space. Castens over to close. Libby Page there.
Langfelder doing a good job shutting off the second chance that TCU had.
Hennessy was there trying to take advantage of the position. Brown will switch it and go left side.
TCU with a lot of space forward. Look for them to attack the defense to bring KU out.
Played almost 13 minutes here in the second half. Both goals scored in the first. Play Livy Moore there defensively. But TCU will keep. Grigorski had Wimes in the vicinity.
But a good decision to get it out, not try to have a perfect pass, but get it away from the pressure, because TCU has a lot of numbers forward right now.
How far would you come out? I mean, Geller right now is about 30.
About that area.
Yeah, 30-ish is safe.
It also depends on the team, but with the explosiveness of the KU forwards, it'd be about that far out.
Yeah. Back to Patton with the ball, with a spin, taken away, Livy Moore. And Lexi Watts marked tight, and a takeaway TCU. That's Hennessy, double teamed. Pressure by Castens and Wimes.
Just seems both teams are playing tired right now. You can tell the heat's getting to them. The second game of the weekend, we're going to see a lot of subs coming in for KU, and most likely TCU will have more coming in later.
And again, TCU played a match that went down to the final minute on Thursday, and so the starters got more minutes. Kate Lee had the luxury, if you will, of subbing, although the starters did go back in late. They'll maybe get an opportunity to get a goal, get some confidence. That First goal didn't come. There's Castaigne, Page there. Dahl left her feet to go down and challenge. And here's Castens. Lexi Watts getting out in front, and she will go down. Morgan Brown was there. Watts looking for a call. Lee having to settle his staff down.
And both center backs showing how talented they are going against top forwards. Page basically saving a goal because Castaigne had a different angle on Dahl than she thought. And then Brown doing a great job defending Watts. Definitely a strong tackle, but the ref did it as a foul.
There's Brown.
What a touch by Patton.
Yeah, that ball went a long way and had some hump on it and settled it easy, like it was no big deal. Becerra off Page. Castaigne can't do anything with it, and Coppinger will help TCU reset.
Felstad doing a good job stepping over to stop Castaigne when she had the ball.
We're going to look at Lexi's run one more time.
Watts with such a burst of speed, beating one TCU defender, and then Brown using her body to shield her off the ball.
Well, mass substitutions for both teams. 4 Jayhawks, now 5 will come out, and 3 new subs for TCU. And there's one of the freshmen. You see Lexi Watts coming out, but Lydia Beach, 14 is
Coach Lee with a card.
Caligish and Nate Lee, who normally is pretty mild-mannered. He picks his spots.
The 4th official brought the center ref over to talk about what Coach Lee said, maybe, but it was about the Lexi Watts run that Brown won the ball from her.
And Coach Lee has been set on fire. Normally pretty composed, maintains his spot in the chair, but elevated. And
such an intense situation, though. That could be, you know, the difference between KU getting the win or not. So Coach Lee fighting for his team.
Fresh bodies for both sides inside.
Did you get all of them?
You know, I started to write them down. I said I can write them down, and I can't read my own writing, so it really would be.
You had to write fast.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about second game of the weekend. The Heat, the starters definitely were not as energetic as they usually are. Get them in the West, and we'll definitely see them back on the field.
Throw in for Kansas is kicked out of play.
Nice decision by Felstad to not just play the ball in, recognizing there was pressure behind her.
Page for KU. Has Harima over there and kicked out by Patton. He's been the ever-ready bunny here in the second half.
Coach Lee now, instead of challenging the rest, challenging his team to step it up.
Castens, and Geller goes up high. Had a hawk right next to her. And that's got to be what, just focus on the ball, don't worry about that body?
Definitely. She did a great job and made it look easy, but she came with her strength attacking the ball.
That's Hennessy. Plays it left. Has Castaigne in the middle. Between 2 defenders, and oh, good one-handed stop, and a follow is good. TCU, and it's Castaigne to cherry pick, hanging around and tap one in.
Tough situation. This happened to Dahl last game where she makes the first save and has to try to make the second one, but just can't get her body on it. It was a nice setup by TCU with a great shot. She just couldn't get on her feet fast enough for Dahl to make that second save. Difficult placement by TCU. Dahl getting her strength and just slowed it down enough for Castaigne to get a foot on it.
So how do you play that? I mean, it's a bullet for one. She makes the stop one-handed. She can feel that player attacking right in front of her.
Just tough because you hope that your back line, who has worked hard for you all game,
Yeah,
to follow with the player to make it difficult for the forward to have a second chance.
Castaigne up to now 30 career goals. PK in that follow, and it's 2-1. TCU leads here for the first time. Just over 27 minutes to play here in the second half. Game 2 of 3. This little homestand at Rock Chalk Park for the Hawks. It's Rowan watching it roll through, and a goal kick, TCU and Geller.
That's where you're hoping for KU, that you get a corner in that situation so you can try to get some momentum from that goal.
Grace Vest, the freshman, from down the road, will come back into the match.
Vest had a great first half. Didn't get as many shots as she would have liked, but she did a really good job defending, stopping Veets from getting a solid cross in.
Galinsky is player to check out for the Horned Frogs. It seemed like possession has favored TCU here in the second half.
But I like that KU is still keeping up the intensity, winning the ball back right now.
Rowan on the left, goes inside. Castens, who redirects. Harriman was there. Will try to win it back and does. Boy, just a good little flick there. Talagish, veteran player, has been such a good role player. Her identity, what they need her to do. The 2 years in Lawrence has been very solid.
And it's not been easy for her coming off the bench. Some players might lose their confidence, but she just comes in and plays hard.
Yeah, probably one more than she did at NC State. And I wouldn't say diminished role, just less minutes.
Just a different role.
All over
She's
the
done
top.
a good job with it.
Grace Vest, there's the freshman. We see her speed. Good pressure, and Veets. And a tap in, and a goal. And for the second time, it's a follow. That one-handed save by Sophie Daw, and a quick answer to the second goal, and now a third.
And a hat trick by Castaigne, who's doing a good job of just playing cleanup. She is following the play, seeing what the defense is leaving her, and just attacking the ball.
Now it feels a little bit like Thursday. There were 2 goals together late in the second half. Vest with the bomb, and you saw Skorowski chasing from behind, but really out of position, really not a whole lot she could do at that point.
Is the referee checking for an offside?
In the world of video review, that would be one of the things reviewable, correct?
Yes, and what was good is the referee or the assistant referee allowed the play to continue, and VAR can now be the decision to let us know if it was correct or not. But either way, KU needs to recognize when shots are taken, Daw is making the first save. Let's help her out on the second one.
Of course, an offside call would be welcome by the home team. Fans here to support on beautiful Sunday in Lawrence.
Trying to figure out, the AR was giving some signals, or the fourth official was giving signals. Doesn't seem like it'll be an offside call. Yep.
So 3-1 will stand. Lee is behind his back. Now he will have a seat.
But the referee crew making sure they got that decision right. Now we'll see how KU comes out, being down 1-3. They can find an answer quickly.
Fuller will check back in for TCU. Serenopoulos is out, the redshirt freshman from Boulder, Colorado. Jayhawks have some work to do. Langfelder wanted Rowan.
What a job by Castaigne, though. KU's done a good job of shutting her down with the ball, So now she's just worked off the ball to get those follow-up goals.
29 goals in her career coming in, now 32 with a hat trick.
This is where it's tough that Coach Lee has that yellow card, so he can't quite leave his box and talk about these fouls that he doesn't agree with as much.
He is having a conversation with one of the officials on the side, and
I think he's still talking about the Lexi Watts battle that happened with her and Brown.
yeah, sometimes it's hard to let him go. There's Rowan out in front. Coppinger the clearance and a throw in KU. Beats will take it from there, with Castens a long way from there.
KU still pushing numbers forward, not backing down, trying to get that quick answer to make this closer game for them to battle.
Page plays it on the ground in the middle. Back to Castens. And taken by TCU. Grace Vest, nearly a second run. But a good job defensively by Olivia Page.
Olivia Page is really solid tackles, especially with her slide tackles, and helping keep TCU from going to the goal. I feel this fourth official is the most involved fourth official I've seen.
Yeah.
Slowing down the play for a TCU sub that wasn't quite there.
It's Page, chested by Patton. Gets it back. The boundary now. Going to be kicked out by TCU. And a throw in quickly, Castens. Looking for somebody looking. That time she can't find feet, and Coppinger will kick it out of play. 23 minutes to go. KU down 2.
Interesting run by Skorowski. A center back doesn't get involved in the throw-in too often.
Chip to Harriman left side as Rowan in the middle of the penalty area. Coppin using her body nicely to get clearance, but shot by Langfelder was there. Lefty flipped it, spun it just wide.
Langfelder has been the most involved offensively that I've seen her all season, and she's been getting so close. She's creeping up to the top of the 18 and hitting those one-time shots.
She has a nose for the ball. You know, that kind of a junkyard dog. She's just, you know, always biting on your ankles, just going after people. Love that intensity.
Yeah, and we usually have talked about her defensively hustling to help her teammates out, but I'm enjoying seeing the confidence she's having in her attack.
Page on a header, can't win it the second time. Castens will not connect the pass. Page, Harriman, now Kalagish. Play it back. Skorowski will send it out of play, and a throw in by TCU.
Okay, you're looking to push numbers forward, hopefully lock TCU in this area so they can get a quick chance.
Castens was able to intercept it, but KU couldn't keep it. Now do Kalagish to Page. Hawks trying to stay onside. It's Rowan just outside of the penalty area.
Good job by Page. There's a lot of numbers there for TCU, and she won the ball.
Play by Viets on a takeaway. They left to Castens. The lefty swings it inside. Had a good run by Rowan. Swing that back inside, but Geller was in the right spot and took it away.
Geller's done a good job keeping an eye on the top of the 6 with those crosses, reading the ball on the cross, because Rowan would have put it away.
Skorowski and a throw in Fuller for TCU. Horned Frogs, the defending regular season champs, to the NCAA tournament. Won the first game, dropped the second.
That's a tough tackle by Viets. She's done a good job limiting Vest's touch and path to goal, but brought her down there. Vest having strength of the arm too, shielding the ball. This will be a dangerous set piece for TCU.
But arm extended by Vest twice.
I thought
first time very obvious.
I was surprised the call wasn't there, and Viets, that was her argument.
So the free kick outside the penalty area, floating, back post. Daw went up and took it away.
TCU is being really strong in the air, winning the ball and keeping it after. KU's had a tough time of trying to get their flow going once they win the ball in the attack. TCU has limited their turnovers.
Out by Page, who was politicking for off of purple, but not. Four Jayhawks ready to check back in. Hawks need a spark. Take it any way they can get it. At 18:30, the hat trick by Seven Castaigne. Third all-time in goals, fifth all-time in points at TCU.
Good job by Viets getting the ball from Vest, playing a little too far forward, but like seeing the freshmen taking charge and going at them.
Galinsky will come back in. 5 subs for KU, and talk volleyball for a second. Lost the home opener a couple of days ago, but KU able to win and sweep Arizona 3 straight, which means the first win at home for Matt Ulmer in his first year for the Hawks. An impossible non-conference, being gone for 4.5 weeks. But he said some of the tournament opportunities were too good to pass up. He wanted his team to be in elements that were going to be challenging like that. Big crowds, great competition, and today the Hawks did dominate. And what's a new team?
And it was a lot of fun talking to those girls at the halftime on Thursday. So excited to be home, and they represented today.
Yeah, it was entertaining to hear from them and get a win. Ulmer, we don't know if he'll have his celebratory Dr. Pepper, if he's ruled that out.
He's earned it
for the future. Buy him some ice cream at a job, and you talk about size and volleyball and how athletic and mobile you can be. 6'6" and move, get off your feet. You don't have to jump much to get over the net, but timing is important, certainly.
Well, Daw just had a big save to keep TCU out of the net coming off her line, showing her power when she breaks through.
Keeping it 3-1 for now as it's manageable with 16.5 minutes to play. The Hawks need to get at the offensive end, and a half that possession-wise has certainly favored the purple team.
Coach Lee putting some different combinations in right now with Wimes and Johnston being up top. Expect to see Watts coming in soon.
Figured that Faith would be the replacement for Rowan when she was not available on Thursday night. Valuable minutes. Tobin coming over defensively to close.
And TCU is slowing the game down, working the ball through their back line, switching it side to side, looking for an opening that KU gives them.
Patton through traffic, 4 Hawks there.
Excited to see Otto back on the field.
Brooke Otto, one of the 5 subs that came in a moment ago, playing for just the 3rd time this year. 18 minutes in the opener against Missouri State. At the time, not really where that day there was any kind of an issue, but not able to play till Thursday. Played 20 plus at a good shift in kind of a mixed up lineup. Girl, you know, girls that she doesn't necessarily get time, different combinations with, but you thought she played well?
I think she did a great job. She's the type of player who joined the program last season and was an immediate leader because of her personality being tough, but also wanting to help her teammates out.
TCU happy to play the ball in the middle of the field. There's Coppinger now on a drive. Played defensively by the Hawks and Otto. He's played a lot of high-quality soccer, Ohio State and KU.
And been successful in every program that she has joined.
Yeah. And an immediate impact with leadership. Yeah. She's in the door 5 seconds, and everybody says, hey, you tell us what to do, we'll do it. Gregorski and Watts back in for Kansas. 2 subs, just beyond 14 minutes to go here in regulation.
We knew that Watts would be coming in soon. We'll see how KU adjusts their game plan to try to get some goals quickly.
2 freshmen will come out.
And those are some more sub for subs. Let us know if you missed lunch and are still hungry.
1 goal gave KU the lead a long time ago in the first half. Lexi Watts, who had a chance to get a second. Would have been a SportsCenter top 10 type moment.
That would have been awesome.
With a good job of sticking her foot in there, and Watts on a run. Tries to cross, but Climbs can't run it down, rolls right to the keeper, Gallo.
Coppinger doing a good job rushing that cross from Watts and also making it a difficult cross and cutting off the path.
Coppinger with 32 starts as a freshman and sophomore. Now a senior at TCU after starring at St. Teresa's.
And now she's working with a different center back, but Brown is such an experienced player that she can step in any position and really help the team out.
TCU happy to work some clock here. There's Fuller. Had Hennessy running as an option to the right, but pulled the trigger from there.
What's scary about Patton as an outside back is she can cross the ball in, but she also has a very strong shot.
That's Hogild, 15. She's a freshman from Denmark. Philippa has great upside once she figures it all out. They love her skill. Ball will go all the way back to Sophie Daw. You know, it's tricky when you recruit an international. First of all, the language, just walking around. And second, it's the soccer terminology is different. And then the other thing, and really for all of the new players, is you're used to being the best player on your team. Now we're going to ask you to sit. We'll tell you when it's time for you to go in.
And also being away from your family and friends.
And that.
But I know TCU has a good team family atmosphere to help make her feel welcome right away.
Remember a time when KU had a heavy Iceland influence.
Sure did.
Sometimes that's a hard match. But Hogild had a handler reach out and got Zoom interviews and emails, and here she is. Ball is sent over to Swanson. Run down, Page is there, and kicked it right to Daw.
And that's all because Page hustled back and positioned so to make the forward go wide and stick there. Page has had a very long, exhausting game, still playing hard.
Under 11 minutes to play. Hawks need one, then they need another.
Again, a great step by Page, cutting off the forward. Coach Lee very frustrated because it's been very tough for the midfielders to connect to the forwards to give them an offensive attack. Midfielders are winning the ball and unfortunately turning it over right away for KU.
Six more subs will come in. TCU with 4. Skorowski and Viets for KU
And 34, Quinn Cormack.
come into the game. Page will get some gas with Livy Moore as well.
14, Olivia Beats. And
You could tell Paige was exhausted, but still playing so hard. She's had a great game. Very tough call on that PK, but overall she had a solid game of stopping a lot of talented forwards at TCU.
Man, I understand keeping arms in. She was a long way from the goal. I mean, you don't necessarily think that
Didn't
that's
expect
going to
that
happen
cross.
there.
Yeah, didn't expect that cross to happen in that location. Just a tough play.
Okay, you'll have the third game on this homestand coming up on Thursday. So enjoy all the comforts of being at home as a student, as an athlete.
And that's going to be a tough battle in state, KU versus K-State.
K-State better this year after 10 years of nothingness with Mike DeBeatty as the head coach.
Their defense has been outstanding, and their goalkeeper limiting their goals they've allowed all season.
Skorowski to Castens, left side. Pressure by Hennessy. Now Castens will work the left side, has Wimes in the middle, has Viets back post, and it goes over everybody, and a goal kick for TCU.
The TCU player, Patton, just replaced the divot that was caused. Caston with a nice ball. Just a tough location for KU to finish. Still time for KU to, if they can get one in, put one right away. TCU proved that they scored one. They could score one quickly after. KU fighting through, trying to make that happen.
So does Geller look like an every game goalkeeper? Somebody that rotates. Have you seen enough of the two to draw a distinction?
The rotation is working for TCU. Two very talented keepers that be different in style, but backline has the confidence in both of them.
Castaigne was over there, and so the smart thing to do is kick it out of play.
And this is where TCU knows that KU can score quickly, and making sure that they're having their forwards of TCU be dangerous by having Castaigne still in. She has 3 goals, and she's still in.
Tied for the Big 12 lead and scoring last year with 13 goals. Three more here today, 32 in her career.
And TCU has a lot of variety in the players that score. So very impressive.
Taken away by Wimes. And an open goal. And Sage Wimes. Don't touch that dial. It's 3-2 with 7:43 to play.
Sage Wimes has been such an energetic player all season. I'm so excited to see her get this goal because she has put all-out effort every single game. And it's with the pressure again. The bounce, not quite there. A miscommunication with the center backs. Wimes using her hustle and finishing the play.
Yeah, Quinn Cornog was back there defensively, but played it right to Wimes, who handled a ball that had a little hump on it from in close, but she took full advantage.
I'm just excited that Wimes finished through the play. She didn't stop her hustle, intercepted that pass, and placed it perfectly.
Laughlin will replace Tobin for KU. Inside 8 minutes, Hawks back in this thing down a goal. Great energy. Hasn't been much of a dip, although you could feel it a little bit in the second half. The heat and the tempo that they were playing. Leeds has to go back and get it now, take it away TCU.
And looking at the different location of Skorowski, usually playing center back for KU, now she's out wide.
Foul on Grigorski. Tries to help, but refused help.
Trying to see who's the player who's down. Is that Hennessy?
That is Becerra.
Becerra. Gotcha.
Top of the D, Jordy. Stop.
TCU playing that they're going to drop the ball off. Not putting many players forward, you just kick it in. And now, a card.
Well, one card often leads to 4, doesn't it?
Well, I'm just surprised that the referee gave the card because the clock wasn't moving. So Coach Bell is asking, why did we get the card? Because it wasn't a delay of play. The clock was stopped.
Leitz was there with the shield. Let the ball become a KU touch. We'll get a couple of the stars in back for each team. And Coppinger and Olivia Page. Both have played very steady soccer today. Just a presence for each of them.
Done a good job of clogging up the middle, just being a reliable defensive source if there's a breakdown.
Brooke Otto was the player to check out for Kansas. 5:40 and counting. Hawks down just a goal.
And Skorowski moved back to the central defensive area, moving Castens out wide again.
Becerra was there. Langfelder there.
And you don't see as many numbers forward by TCU. They backed off, recognizing that KU has energy with that goal that Wimes finished.
Sage with a boot forward. That's going to be run down by Coppinger.
Great pressure by KU. And that's how they've earned their chances, by pressuring the TCU backline, who doesn't make mistakes.
Yeah, Rowan forced her to kick that out and a throw in Kansas. Wimes is there coming off a goal and serves it right back to TCU. Really nobody there.
No, a tough play for Wimes. She only had the cross in. She was looking for a center back to step in so she could pass it to him.
Gastain a long way from it. And all the purple bodies, the majority on the back half of the field.
KU thought they were going to be able to sub in Johnson, putting more people in their attack. TCU with the throw in though. And TCU doing the smart play of taking it to the corner, trying to run this clock out.
Faith Johnston has family history of triathletes, so she'd like to do it someday. I can see her doing an Ironman.
She's fit.
Yeah.
And she's tough.
The whole key is not drowning, the swimming part. I mean, that's why they do it first.
Sounds like she'll be trained as a swimmer family if they're very successful with it.
From Baton Rouge.
KU changing their formation, taking Skorowski out. Less players in the back, putting them forwards up top.
Wimes back, now kick over top. Headed forward by Morgan Brown. He's really done a nice job. Castens goes left.
This is where it's going to be tough, as TCU is just going to keep throwing it to the corner, getting Castain in the corner.
And it becomes irritating for the team chasing, but it's a smart part of the game as well.
It's part of the game. It's great game management by TCU.
TCU with 13 straight regular season Big 12 wins. Hawks beaten by 1 Big 12 tournament in the finals on a penalty kick by a grad player.
That's tough because KU finally got the throw in, and then they turned it over the central area.
KU in a hurry now. Just over 3 minutes to play here.
But what KU needs to do is they need to be more consistent when they win the ball. They're playing a bit panicked in the attack.
Sarah's to have hands on. They play on here. TCU ball again. That time Jayhawks intercept. It's Felstad. They have to switch the field. Libby Page has Caston's left side, has Lexi Watts way in front on the left side by herself. The TCU will again get it back. That's Hennessy. Bumps Caston's. Takes her time. Pat with a long kick ahead. Hillstad gets beat by Castain, who has 3 goals already. Hennessy, right corner. Olivia Page trying to pin her in there as the clock just ticks down and stays in bounds.
This is where you're thankful for the different colored socks, because there's a lot of feet in that play. Get the ball, KU. Clock's moving.
Inside 2 minutes now. Don't see a TCU warning on time yet, although he did earlier in the game. Hit it by TCU. Castain can't get there, but Hawks can't take possession. Beats a long way from it. It's knocked down. No whistle. Here come the Hawks. On the right side. Wines ahead. Pass taken away. And TCU ball with a chance to run this clock down even further.
What's tough is every time KU's won the ball, the forwards have just gone forward instead of one player checking back so they can easily work through. TCU's also just dropping off.
TCU has done what they needed to do the last 4 or 5 minutes. That is just drain the clock as we're inside a minute. Hawks down 1.
And it shows how important that last goal by Castain is. That's the game winner if it continues like this.
Langfelder go down, back up. Play on. Olivia Page has to push it now. Just over 30 seconds to go. Has Lexi Watts left side. Wimes up top, working her way into the penalty area. Backpedaling is Patton. Watts lets it rip, but not a lot on it. Right to Geller, who wraps it up. Will bounce it, push teammates back, and eat a lot of this clock.
That was a much better attack, working it through the middle. It's tough. TCU pushed off Wimes, not allowing her to get to the ball.
Jayhawks would like to get one last shot. It's Caston's, and it's blocked, and it's a TCU victory, 3-2, as the Hawks fall back-to-back here at home.
KU showed grit today, though, being down 1-3. Not easy to mentally still try to produce, and they fought through. TCU also showing their toughness, playing the full 90 minutes and not backing down.
Well, it looked like 2 teams deserving to be where they are in the top 25. And you know, when you talk about the strength